Hello everyone! Hope we're having a fantastic Saturday. Oops. Try to lean back in my chair, realize it's not locked. As we're falling backwards. Anyway. Hello everyone! Hope we're having a fantastic Saturday. Today I wanted to do the level 80 Dark Knight quest, and then we'll go ahead and continue on with Endwalker and meet our new moonship pilots. I actually went back and watched that cutscene with the bunnies. I can't remember I don't know how you actually pronounce their names. They're like Lopritz or something. You don't actually know that yet, but you know. As if I could somehow not know at this point. Anyway, yesterday I went and actually realized that I still had some of the level 80 quests that you unlock. At level 80 you get, if you finished your job quest line, up till through level 70, at level 80 you unlock an additional quest, and I wanted to do the Dark Knight quest on stream. So that's why we're in the, what's this place called again? The Tavern in Ishgard. I forget what it's called. Forgotten Night. Yeah, it's the Forgotten Night. And we're gonna go ahead and talk to Sid and do the level 80 Dark Knight quest. See how Sid and Real are doing. I've thought about the path and whether I want to walk it myself someday, but after everything that happened with Mist, I think I might want to pursue conjuring instead. Sometimes we have to do bad things for good reasons. I know that. I do, but I'd still rather try to avoid it if I can. If I was a better healer, then maybe I'd have more options, or something. The Pajal, Sumiyan, I could write him a letter. Hello, Sid. Our closure. They will tell you you are one and you are two. You can choose. Ah, brilliant. It so happens I have a letter for you. But before we talk about that, mind telling me what you've been getting yourself into lately? You and your scions, I mean. I've an inkling, perhaps. I went and saved another world, as it happens. Had to go and kill a whole host of sin eaters. Come again. Reflections of the source, parallel worlds, sin eaters? What in the seven hells are you on about? Something tells me this is only going to make any kind of sense if you walk me through it from the beginning, step by step. Okay, if you say so. Right then. So, to sum up, you were swept up into yet another realm. Shaking conflict, were you? Well, of course you were. You're an insatiable hunger for it, don't you? And even when you bite off more than you can chew, you refuse to let go. Excuse me? What? As if you didn't know. Hells, from the moment I laid eyes on you, I suspected you were a particular blend of impulsive and stubborn. No, you're thinking of Alize. Takes a special kind of bastard to become a Dark Knight, much less a warrior of light, don't you think? You've traveled unto a doomed world and pledged your sword to a futile cause. You fought and you fought and you fought, and in the end you won the day. Though I know it wasn't without loss, without sacrifice. Victories like that are always brought with blood. But you and your comrades paid that price all the same. That faraway land and her people live on because you all were willing to fight to the bitter end. Because you were too stubborn to die. And because of love, I'm sure. Being grim and dark will only get you so far, don't you remember? It's like the Mughals, like Sir Opagni himself. The flame in the abyss, the love you bear for the ones you hold most dear, that is the source of true strength. Brilliant could have never made it this far if her heart wasn't filled to the brim with love. I think this is a very foreign concept to Sid. Is this a roundabout way of asking me about my heart's desires? I'd sooner pose that question to Sid. Let's not say we did, eh? I'm sure that Thancred fellow mentioned would provide a far more meaningful and interesting response. Oh, I'm sure he would. Having to look after the reincarnation of his surrogate daughter is certainly... Though, I suppose on some level I can relate. Yes, you could, Sid. Yeah, Real's like, wait, what? What? I've not once seen you as my father. Oh no. Poor Sid. Yeah, it's more like an older brother, to be honest. Well, no, I mean, we're not even in the same race, so of course no one would ever look at us and assume... That's not what she meant, Sid. What? If you want to put a label on it, then what would you prefer? Master and disciple? Manservant and noblewoman? No. He's such an idiot. Sid. How about Chocobo's arse? And whatever damn well like. Gods, you can be so daft sometimes. Yeah, that's Sid. Hey! What did I tell you about calling me that? Sid, you idiot. Children, am I right? Best we give her a moment to cool her head. For now, let's talk about the letter I mentioned earlier. It's addressed to you, but who penned it I cannot say. It was delivered to me by a young woman of the Broom. Looney, I believe her name was. Said she'd seen us with you out and about in Ishgard before, and reckoned that if she left it with us, you'd eventually be around to pick it up. Before you ask, no, I've not taken a peek, so its contents remained a complete and utter mystery to me. As for the sender, you'll have to pester Looney at the Holy Stables if you want to know more. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an angry girl to mollify. Yes, you do, Sid. Be honest, I feel like it's more of an older brother feeling. Within the sealed envelope is a paper, which you unfold to find a message within in a strangely familiar scrawl. Brilliant Mason, you'll forgive me for the sudden correspondence and the secrecy. You helped me, in a way, once upon a time. It's past time I said as much, and so, here we are. Feels like a lifetime ago, come to think of it. You've had, though, quite a lot since then. You've been through quite a lot since then, accomplished incredible things. I'd like to think that, in some way, I was a part of your journey. Far from the best, no doubt, but for me and my own journey, I think it is safe to say that you've been, well, there is no suitable words to describe it, really. I've done things, made decisions. Looking back, I can't help but feel more than a little foolish. But such is life, and we have to seize that few opportunities we have for closure, even if it is through the written word and not face to face. So whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you're happy, still fighting, still adventuring, still whatever you love. Be well. The letter bears no signature or any obvious clues as to the author's identity. Perhaps Looney can shed some light on this mystery. Okay, let's go ahead over to the stables and talk to Looney. It's been quite a while since I did the Dark Knight questline, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be really obvious who it is or not. But maybe we'll get some insight as to who actually wrote the letter by talking to Looney. That's right, the stables are down here. I think the only other time I had to come here... Wait. I could have sworn there was a wall over here at some point. Eh, whatever. It's you! It's really you! Brilliant Mason, my hero! Honestly, I never thought I'd get to see you again, much less speak to you. Who is she? Oh, I'm sorry. You probably don't remember me at all, do you? I'm not surprised. I'll end today's work, I suppose. Saving silly little fools like me. And it was so long ago when you rescued me from those temple knights who were trying to take me away from my grandmother. I vaguely remember that. I still remember it like it was yesterday, though you swinging that great big sword of yours, bellowing all kinds of terrible threats and sending them running. I'm sure some might say you overdid it, but thanks to you, my grandmother and I never heard from the lot again, and ever since Sir Emmerich and his allies came to power, we've had a lot less of that trouble all over. But let me guess, you didn't come all this way just to see me, did you? Nope. Who gave you this letter? The letter, huh? I thought so. It wasn't me who wrote it, I can tell you that much. I got it from a knight I befriended after tending to his chocobo a couple times, Sir Pentronade. He said it was to be delivered to the hero of the Scions, a peerless warrior with 1,000 victories to her name. After he described your features in detail, it all fell into place, and since I was certain you'd eventually pay a visit to your friends, I offered to take it to them. Anyway, he's the one you need to talk to if you're after the sender. Maybe check the congregation? I mean, that's where knights congregate, I presume. Okay, let's head over to the congregation then. Is this gonna be someone else we helped during the quest lines? Probably. It's usually how these these level 80 quest lines go. So I've done the Dragoon one and the Warrior one. The Warrior one was funny. As is all of the Warrior quest lines. Okay, are we have to go upstairs or something? Yeah. Oh, Lucia's not there because she's over in Garlemald. Ah, there he is. Hello, sir. You! How may I be of service to you, Mistress Mason? Who gave you this letter? The letter? Oh, what a relief it is to see that it arrived unmolested. It was entrusted to me by Aurella of Ralgor's Reach. After the battle at the Grimmauld Dark, I spent a few nights there, you see. I can only assume that whoever sent it to the Reach had heard tell of the battle between you and Lord Xenos, and how you had been brought to the Barber. However, by the time it arrived, you had long since been spirited away to Ishgard. Had Looney not recognized you from my stories, I do not know how I might have seen it in your hand. If you seek the author, mayhap you should pay a visit to the Reach. I know only what I told you, but surely Aurella can tell you more. May the Fury watch over you, and keep you, friend. Oh, I guess we're heading to Ralgar's Reach then. Alright, let's open the map. Let's see, Korthus, North Shroud, Old Verdania, East Shroud, South Shroud, no. Fringes, Ralgar's Reach. Kind of wish I had done this earlier, but at the same time, this still would have been 2 years between the this level 70 quest and this quest. I think. Doesn't matter that much. Oh, right, this person. A pleasure to see you. Lost that long-haired boy of yours again? You mean Xenos? Or Alphanode? Probably Alphanode. This is about the letter, is it? I came with a shipment of supplies from Little Alamigo, as I recall. I can only presume the sender was hoping that Commander Hext would see it to you personally, but I'm not surprised that it escaped her notice given the chaos at the Grimmauld Dark and after. It found its way into my medical supplies, and as you well know, I decided to let that Ishgardian knight take charge of its delivery. In any event, I advise you to continue your search in Little Alamigo, and if anyone there knows aught of the letter's author, it would be Gundobald. Okay, I guess we're going to Little Alamigo. This is gonna be a run across the world. Run across the world quest, isn't it? Well, as long as we don't have to go to the Far East, we're fine. Okay, let's do East Shroud, South Shroud, Thanlin, Southern Thanlin, Little Alamigo. I need to get back in the swing of doing the Blue Mage, what are they called again? Not the Blue Mage Log. Masked Carnival, that's it. I need to get back in the habit of doing the Masked Carnival so that I can get more allied seals so that I can buy more of the Aetheryte tickets. Oops, I passed the person. There he is. Yeah, their leader, the old man. Well met, Brilliant. I was not expecting a visit. What brings you to the Southern Thanlin this day? Well, maybe you'll know who wrote this letter? This letter, you say, and you seek the author? If you read it, then you know their heart, what you mean to them, how you changed their life for the better. Is this going to be the boy? It is a feeling I understand all too well, which is why I agreed to send this letter with the supplies to Varagar's reach. Yet you never were one to let a mystery remain unsolved, were you? You seek answers, closure. I will not deny you this. At the Red Rooster Stead in Lower Lenosha, you will find a man named Goodhart. Speak with him. Perhaps then you will find a measure of peace. Okay. Let's go to Lower Lenosha then. Also, I just realized I actually have 50 tickets, so it's actually, I have a lot more than I thought I did. Because I was only buying like 5 at a time, then I realized I had a ton of extra ones. I'm talking about the Aetheryte tickets. That's a bug in my face. So who's this going to end up being? Or is it actually going to be this guy? I doubt it's actually this guy. Okay, go ahead. Oh gods, it's you! But why? Why are you here? Yeah, I got a letter and I'm still trying to find who sent it. You really don't remember any of it. The Kikirian bandits, a certain merchant who may have overstepped his bounds just a trifle. You were a right bloody mess when you returned to the dry dock with my wares. Oh, I think I remember this guy. It's in the ARR quest line. And I do mean bloody. I say it's none of what I'm telling you ringing a bell. Really. I mean, I've been a bloody mess very many times. It's kind of a common occurrence. It's a real problem, to be honest. Not even the part where I refuse to thank you and demand— yeah, see? I remember this, and then the Frey / our dark self got really mad and threw a fit. You demanded that you pay me restitution for the property you yourself returned to me. Well, seeing as I've already confessed it, I may as well reiterate. It was me. That was just the beginning of my bad luck, as it happens. A string of bad decisions left me in debt to some very unforgiving fellows, and before I knew it, they had taken damn near everything I owned. I was friendless, penniless, hopeless, and let me tell you, running afoul the Warrior of Light had not done me any favors either. There was a time when I couldn't help but blame you for all my misfortune. No, I think you're just an idiot. And then one day, when I was rummaging through my meager possessions, I had an epiphany. I stumbled upon a package from that shipment you recovered for me that ill-fated day. Flower bulbs, stained with Kikiran blood, but viable for cultivation, still brimming with the potential to grow and thrive. Before I knew it, I was cradling the package to my breast, sobbing and moaning like a mad fool. For a fool is exactly what I had been. I had been offered kindness without let or lean, and instead of thanking this generous hero, had spat in her face. So I left that life behind, save for the bulbs I brought with me here, apprenticed myself to the botanists, and resolved to start anew. And wouldn't you know it, the stubborn little fiends finally bloomed for me. I suppose it's only fitting that you'd show up again that very day. I have 1,000 regrets, but none greater than how I spoke to you. I say this not to beg you for your forgiveness, but to tell you how you've changed me for the better, and to thank you for the opportunity. I do have one request, if you are amiable to it. I pray you accept a flower, one of the precious few that has bloomed. A token of my heartfelt appreciation for my personal savior. Admittedly, this particular breed is perhaps best suited for funerals and farewells, but if you'd rather not keep it for yourself, perhaps there's someone else who might welcome it? Okay. Yeah, that was our dark self back in ARR. I say ARR, it was Heaven's Ward. You know what I mean. The first quest line. Through level 50. Someone else indeed. Oh, right. Yeah. Gotta call it Frey. Is it F-R-A-Y? Yeah, with a capital F. Oops, where? Oh, Korthus Central Highlands. Okay, let's head on up there. Let's see. I guess I'll just go to the lower decks and then take the airship over to Ishgard. I feel like being frugal right now. So far, this questline is interesting. It is pretty funny how our dark self slash Frey got insanely mad at this guy, and then it comes full circle with him basically having his life changed because of us. Because we decided to do the selfless act despite his not so friendly demeanor. Not so friendly demeanor is a bit of an understatement. Okay, then I'll teleport out to Korthus Central Highlands, and then we'll summon Frey. You know, we'll just summon a dark knight, a dark shadow right in front of all these temple knights. I don't see a problem with this. There is no response. Yet there can be no answer, but this, can there? So let us wait for a time, you and I, in the cold and in the shadow, in the dark. For we are dark knights. Clever, clever, clever. Or are we just playing it by ear? No matter. I wanted this, once. More than anything. A chance to speak and be heard. But neither of us needs it anymore. And if we were to look deep within ourselves, we would realize that we never did. We are the stories we tell ourselves. The brave hero, the tortured soul, the altruist, the pragmatist. They will tell you who they see, but you and you alone know who you are. For I speak only for myself. If you find comfort in my words, they are yours for the taking. But that is your choice, now and ever after, as it has always been. Now comes your part, to cloak yourself in the fiction, to breathe a life into the dead, to give a voice to the voiceless. As we did together that day, when you gave us our answer. Was it ever mine? That was cool. We're gonna head back to Sid? Yeah. Head back to Sid, see if him and Riel are doing a bit better. Sid really is a dummy. I always saw them as more siblings, or like him as like a more older brother to her. I honestly am not 100% sure how she sees him, but like I said, I think it seems more like siblings. Ah, there they are. Talk to Riel first, see if she's calmed down. My apologies for storming off earlier. You'd think I would be more mature than that, after everything I've been through. No. That's about to be expected of some, I think, because like she's a little younger than like Alize. Probably like 4 years. Let's see, Alize's supposed to be like 17. Yeah, whatever. Talk to Sid and finish this off. Welcome back, Brillian. As you can see, Riel and I are getting along swimmingly, so you needn't worry about us in the slightest. Not one bit. So, what of that mysterious unsigned letter? Did your grand search for an answer lead you anywhere interesting? An old acquaintance. Yeah, an old acquaintance. That's so. Well, glad to hear it, I suppose. That was fun. I kind of wanted to see more of Sid and Riel, but it was nice to get some closure on the first quest line. Because that was the cool, like Sid and the Moogles and Riel was cute and fun, but the dark self at the end of the reveal of it being your dark self and not Frey at the end of the level 50 quest was really cool. Anyway, that is the Dark Knight quest line that I wanted to finish off. Now let's head on over to the moon. We'll head on over to the moon and learn more about our new ship. Let's see, I gotta figure out the easiest way to get there. I'll be taking the airship to Gridania. And then, you know what? I literally just made a comment about having these Aetheryte tickets. I'll just use one. I got 49 left. Before we get started, I know it's only been half an hour, but I want to take a quick break. Maybe? Hold on. Oh, I didn't show on stream, but after I ended the stream, I ran over and got this aetheryte. So that I could just teleport here later. But that's all I've done in this area. I haven't walked around almost at all. I've just seen some of the Loperits. I need to learn how to actually say their name. Either way, I gotta head up to the Scions over here. And I know it's only been like half an hour, but I want to take a quick break just because I did a good bit of talking. I'm gonna rest my voice just a tiny bit before we get started on the main story. Anyway. Time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom. Whatever you need to. And I'll be right back. Alright. Let's get back to it. But talk to Y'shtola and Urianger first, and then we'll talk to Thancred. Given the present crises, Heidelin doubtless sought to facilitate cooperation betwixt pilot and passenger. Indeed, 'twould require a heart as hard as diamond to raise one's voice in anger to the beings possessed of such profound Urianger, you're gonna have to use English. Please. Sacrality. Close enough. I find Urianger's reasoning somewhat flimsy, but the crew seems amicable enough. I mean, a bunch of bunnies. They're like my relatives or something. Nah, not really. I'm a lot taller. Come on! The localization team just has fun. No, this isn't localization thing. This is just... I would not surprise me if this quest was the same pun in Japanese. A hairy situation. Thancred's dumbfounded expression suggests he is struggling to comprehend the spectacle he has just witnessed. Aren't we all? They must have the Loperts mentioned in the Waters records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. A hairy situation. Come on. The Loperts appear to have set about their tasks. Whether is their leader, I wonder. See, was one of them over here? Nah, well, if we see either of the other two, then I'll talk to them, but I don't see them right now. Hello, Chipper Lopert. Oh, I'll grab that in a second. Hum. The leader of the crew. Not me, I'm afraid. Shining Way is my name. I'm in charge of the construction maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Aetheris, and that's a promise. Let me go grab that, if I can. Wait, do I have to fall down from up there? Yeah, I probably do. Yeah, let me do that, just to make sure I don't forget it. I have the Aether Current map up, but I didn't look very closely at this, because I just assumed I couldn't get any of them until later. Okay, there's Aether Current. Let's go continue talking to the rest of the Loperts. Oh, there's Y'shtola. Such a fascinating apparatus, though it's hard to believe it could house so many crew members. Even so, there is nothing else here to suggest other types of accommodation. They're so boring and nerdy. Y'shtola, there wasn't even a single sassy remark from you. How boring. This is gonna be Sleeping Way? Dozing Lopert. Okay. Lopert. Okay. Yum. Leader? No. Sleeping Way. My job is... Perhaps I'd better ask. Oh, I got his name right. Is Thancred around? Talk to the other two Scions. Oh, there he is. They probably designed it to set... They probably specifically put them in the path that they thought that you would be taking, or at least really close to it. I only saw them from a distance, but the fur was brown, if that helps at all. Well, yeah, we saw that too in the cutscene. Nothing way? Snappy Loprit. Oh, okay, this is the brown fur one. What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader. Were you the one giving orders earlier? Hum, hum, hum. Me? Oh yes, of course. As the only one around here capable of doing anything properly, it falls to me to take charge of the others. Well, well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children? What must their parents be? So, I can understand when the Amoratines call us children, but not these things. This isn't a nursery after all, though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter. You needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing about gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run along back toward the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center, if you should find it yourselves lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Hop, hop, hop. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. Okay. Is this thing telling us to get high or something? Let's head on up. Oh, where's their club? I heard they had a club or something. Well, we'll find it eventually. Since I haven't started any of the tribal quest, the Endwalker tribal quest, obviously. I'm gonna try and do those on stream like I did with the Kitari and the Dwarf tribal quests. With the intent of possibly making a video for them eventually. The reason I didn't do the Pixies is because I started that off stream and did like the first two quests off stream. And I didn't really want to redo them for stream. So that's probably never going to be a video. Assuming I ever like run out of content for Tuesdays. Because I've still got like at least 3 more videos for Eden's Promise. And after that, I think I've got some other stuff to do. Like basically Tuesdays are just whatever I don't... Oh, there's Aether Current here. Tuesdays are like non-MSQ content. And considering next expansion is going to come out this year, I think that's how it works. I'm not going to be running low on MSQ content anytime soon. So I'll pretty much always have a Thursday video ready to go, and then it's Tuesdays is just whatever extra content I feel like doing. Anyway, there's the rest of them. Let's go ahead and talk to everyone, and then we'll talk to the Snappy Loprit. Tis astounding how the Loprits, despite their diminutive stature, are able to maintain such gigantic facilities. Tataru would take offense to that. The etheric composition and density of the sphere is quite similar to the crystalline concepts we've seen before. It likely shares their capacity for storing memories and knowledge. Given their size, Getting from one end of this place to the other must be exhausting. I honestly don't know how they do it. Well, I mean, they're aliens. Visitors, at last! Welcome!
Right, of course. Introductions are in order.
Oh, right, I forgot they're extremely British. Just like everyone else in this game.
My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world.
Okay, so I can't roll my R's, so I'm just gonna call them Loporits.
More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration.
Yep, not our fault, definitely not.
Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations.
I'm confused about the parents thing.
Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here, we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
Very sad.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
And this is why...
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold.
And this is why the Charlians are stockpiling stuff, right? Because they knew something like this was gonna happen?
It's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly. For one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Heidelin. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
I don't know.
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
And this is the Charlians.
From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Yeah, so there's this annoying guy named Fandaniel.
Heidelin herself led
Oh,
you
right.
here.
I forgot about that.
Don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Man, what about you?
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
No.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed.
Only minor.
The total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
And who gave that to you?
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
It's regular. They'll just nod. Yeah, they're not ready at all.
Building way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Because even Rogadins are like half the height of an
Perhaps you could tell us a bit
Albarantine.
more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
A hairy situation. Well, yeah, I'd say considering the living quarters were going to be 3 times as big as they needed to be, and they need to be rebuilt in like what, a day? Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty hairy situation. Let's talk to everyone and then talk to Livingway again. 'Tis unfortunate that the domiciles were constructed in air, but their willingness to perform such sweeping renovations is a testament to their commitment. I cannot fathom the resources required for the facility so vast. Why do I get the feeling we're going to have our hands full dealing with the Loperts? Yeah, I think that's an understatement, Thancred. I should have realized something was amiss when Livingway referred to us as children. Yeah, you know, that's kind of what I was thinking, that she had been told, she had probably, or Livingway had probably learned that humans, or the Emeretes or whatever, were probably as big as ancient ones, but obviously that's not the case anymore. Should have realized something was amiss when Livingway referred to us as children. What other delightful misconceptions do they hold, I wonder? Oh dear, I certainly hope Buildingway can complete the renovations before more guests arrive. Or perhaps he should leave them as they are? That way you'd have more space to lounge around. That also might explain why this is so big. Then again, they have the entire moon to work with. Anyway, let's talk to Livingway. A taste of the moon. How cheesy. With the final days fast approaching, Livingway is keen to complete her preparations. Right then, now that you're here, you need to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Bestway's Burrow, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinion on them. We have lots and lots of carrots. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the carrot... I mean, this was the obvious joke, but... okay. Meet me at the carrotorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of Aetheri's rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Loperts and this vessel. Okay. Oh dear, I certainly hope building... Yeah, we got this one. Okay, there we go. Let's see, where are we headed? Is there a door there? Yes, there is. Let's fly on down. Oh, come on, bird. You got wings, just flap them. Let me check the Aether compass. Southeast is down here. It's probably over here. Let me pull up the Aether current map just to make sure there aren't ones that I'm obviously missing. Okay, so there's one by the door. And then there's two more over in the Carrotorium that we're heading, so we'll get those in the Carrotorium first. While we do the quest. The Yawning Way. That's me. Okay, looks like... it's all carrots! This reminds me, there was a salad bar. Why are there enemies here? That had, like, big, like, carrots and bell peppers out front. That were pots for plants. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to everyone. Hast thou spied the peculiar sentinels patrolling the vicinity? Approach them with caution, or better yet, not at all. For they make no distinction between friend and foe. Am I the only one who suspects that we're not going to find anything edible whatsoever? I mean... carrots are edible. You just can't eat too many of them. Given the earlier confusion regarding our size, I cannot help but wonder if they even know the first thing about us. Cooking way, nice. You're a lot smaller than we expected, but I trust you still have large appetites, yes? Well, I mean, I do. Welcome to the Curatorium. Here we create prototypes of various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way, pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. If this isn't just a carrot on a plate, I'm just gonna riot. Unless it's something funnier. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for healthy and balanced diet from the reference material we received from who? Why, I've practically worn the words from these invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Hop along the platforms there, and you'll find a storage unit full of bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. Okay. Well, let's go check it out. See what kind of foods we got. Oh, come on, you stupid bird. Jump. If you don't start jumping, I'm gonna turn you into a bunch of food. Blasting Way? This doesn't require a debate. We have work to do, so quit dragging your feet and get to it. Close enough. Close enough. You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Unassuming orange carrot. Particularly looking blue carrot. The vibrant yellow carrot. The ominous crimson carrot. Take a moment to reconsider. Okay, fine, let's just grab the unassuming orange carrot. From frond to tip, no scratches or blemishes mar the immaculate specimen. Nevertheless, if not for its excessive length and girth, one might think it was an ordinary carrot. Are you certain you wish to eat this carrot? Yeah, sure. On second thought, you would like to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Besides the fact that their knowledge of us is completely skewed and inaccurate. Just ignore that fact. I'm eager to hear what you think of our work. I'm sure there will be small room for improvement, but I'm confident you'll be satisfied. So I'm sorry, Living Way. But we typically eat more than just carrots. So, did any of our selections set your mouth watering? Are these edible? Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. I guess we'll eat the giant carrot. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. There's a satisfying crunch as you sink your teeth into the orange skin, and a warm tingling sensation runs down your spine. With the second bite, a wave of euphoria washes over you, and you drown in bliss. Alas, as you finish, the elation fades, leaving you with a desperate craving for another carrot. Carrot of Happiness. You find yourself in an unusually good mood, with a sudden craving to eat more carrots. Understandable. The carrot met with your approval, yes? What did you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The Carrot of Happiness is full of bursting with nutrients and is guaranteed to leave you feeling satiated. It's a staple among us Loperts. We have plenty of other varieties too. bleeding carrots to help improve blood flow, dream carrots to help you sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. That's not bad. The problem is nutrition. These carrots are extraordinary, but what if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see demand for this in Charlian. Yeah, I think they would like these. I want to see their reaction to not liking carrots. You don't like carrots? Oh, you must mean you don't like them served in this fashion. Worry not. We have pureed version on hand if you haven't the time to chew. See, they're like best friends with the Charlians. I'm telling you, the people that they're getting information from are the Charlians. I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from, and not else? I just realized I'm doing this as Dark Knight. I meant to be doing this as Dragoon. Oh well. If I may, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine and the theories? Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and food you could emulate. I'm telling you, it's the Charlians that they've been in contact with. Of course we are, but, well, it was quite recently that we established contact. Yep, quite recently. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for their encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources, to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. I mean, it's not a bad idea. That's all well and good, but man cannot live without a raw carrot alone. Have you considered cooking them? What? Cooking? I mean, is cooking way. You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency, and what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot flesh from production? A rather strange approach to take from one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in our old tongue, you know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary, that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language, adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjugations, just the basics. Yeah, the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? Well, it's not a bad idea again. No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. We're forced to decide kind deem such a change necessary. When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. We'll never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. Like, everything they do is really practical. Just like Charlian's. And like, they're not all bad ideas, but they're slightly off. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from theories as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. Well, I don't... Purple carrot juice. I just made the connection that they had purple carrots, which I just realized they had purple carrots in Shadowbringers. But this is a lot funnier. Okay, now I need to switch over to Dragoon because Dark Knight's already 88. And I want to be getting XP on a DPS job. Actually, I think Warrior's my lowest. No. Dragon's still the lowest. And I need to dispel the glamour on this. No, not desynth. Oh, I need to grab a dispeller. Because I don't need the jacket anymore. We're probably, for the most part, done in Garlemald for now. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to everyone, and continue on talking with Livingway. I hate to admit it, but I did rather like the carrot. Well, I'm sure the Loprits would hop at the chance to expound upon carrots in exhaustive detail. Perhaps it's time we moved on. No, let's keep going. Hungry for more carrots? Fear not. You can eat to your heart's content after you've seen the rest of Bestway's burrow. A styled hero, Livingway is eager to show you more of the moon's wonders. I think we've all had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Alright, so where are we headed? Okay, the south side of the Curatorium. Let me see, there is... Okay, they're both in the north side of the Curatorium, both of the Aether Currents. Yeah, southwest. It's literally like on top of this platform. Oh, there it is. I knew it was close. And then there's one more that's a little more to the northwest. Okay, this is getting annoying, dude. Mount back up. Okay. Now, the next one should be, like, over this direction somewhere. Yeah, northwest. I think it might be up on top of there. In which case, how do I get up there? Can I just walk up this? I think I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, just west. Probably up there again. Okay, let's see. The map says, like, right here on the mini map. It's gonna go on top of this and see if it's there. Excuse me, sir. I'm busy. Up there it is. Now, how do I get up there? Okay, I saw stairs. Okay. So that's the Aether Currents in the Curatorium. Now we need to head on south into the clothing area. See, that's the two in the Curatorium, right? Yeah. And then we'll head over to the... Yeah, we're heading to the south side now. Yeah, next closest one is technically outside, like over here. Oh, we'll get that later. This place is pretty interesting. It's kind of funny that their knowledge is completely outdated. And I can imagine their logicalness partially comes from Charlian, assuming, I know I've said this multiple times, I'm assuming that the people that they made contact with is old Charlian, which is why they're preparing all of this stuff. Garments born of the heavens, crafted with methods ancient and forgotten, dress befitting we who walk in shade, stewards of the esoteric. Whatever you say, Urianje. Do you suppose the clothes they prepared will be glossy and grossly oversized as the carrots? Maybe. Or they'll just be regular robes. It's hardly sunsilk tapestries, but perhaps we'll be pleasantly surprised. Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. I mean, technically they're traditional, but not for us. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the selfsame affinity for magic her people possessed. With her other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra vis we needed. My, how resourceful! Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear that we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume? This has all been taken into account with our designs, or you can buy script gear, which allows you to do it for all of your crafting professions. But why take my word for it, when you can simply try on your clothes? Make yourself known to the workers, and they will see to the rest. Okay. If you're worried about sizing, don't be. It should be a simple matter to adjust our concepts as required. And it will be required. I mean, if you're making it with creation magics, then you just need to change your concept slightly, like Living Way just said. Shouldn't be that much of a problem. Anyway, we're gonna talk to Clothing Way or something? Or is it Tailoring Way? We'll see. Climb up these annoying steps. Press the slowprit. Ah, it's you! One of the visitors of the theories. Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh right, you're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? An outfit that embodies my bloodlust. Something simple yet functional. A fashionable and refined ensemble. Yeah, let's do that. Fashionable, right. Ahem. This will only take a moment. There we are, all finished. I mean, I guess. Perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I'll be honest, I knew nothing of fashion, let alone fashion of theories, but I'd wager no one down there has ever worn something like this fine ensemble. Perhaps you can start a new trend. I mean, I guess. Would you look at that? Speechless. And there I thought you may not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'll be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garment changes area of the effect. Speak with the Restless Slowprit to restore or prolong the garment change. Can I try a different outfit? Oh no, it just resets it. Oh well. Let's go ahead and talk to whoever we're talking to over here. Ah, Jubilant Loprit. Let's head up top there. Hello, Mackenzie. No one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? Yeah. There's gonna be some big spoilers if you, continue watching. You wish to try my clothes? Really? Of course, it would be an honor. Did you have anything in mind? Let's see, got anything a little more flair? I'm looking for clothes with an altogether different design. Surprise me. Just surprise me. I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do. Let's see what outfit this is gonna be. It's like kind of the same, but different. Some of my best work yet. It's a relatively new concept incorporating an idea that's never been tried with clothing before. Fragrance, can you smell the carrots? Ah, simply divine. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go show Living Way? I'm sure she's eager to see what you've come up with. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garment change area of effect. Speak to... yeah. Same thing as before. Okay, I guess we'll go show Living Way our new fashion. Okay, Living Way, we got a couple issues with these outfits. My, don't we look splendid? I guess you could say that. The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh, don't... You needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we Loperts in your eyes. No, those are tears. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creation. I want to see what they have. Oh, there we go. I mean, they're all okay. Sorry to have kept you waiting. They insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis an ensemble much becoming. Then why are you posing, Urianger? Dot, 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 dot. I think it's past time we return these clothes. Yes, yes. You all look like court jesters. But not like the Kefka kind. I was so confident our garments would meet you with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. Yeah, well, those are the old times. We thought we could appeal to the modern tastes by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Theories, they will most certainly have need for your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes. even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. No, living way. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflection of the sources as well? Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Hydaelyn's love for theories, and the salvation of the people on the star, and that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and to risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Livingway, might we have leave to explore Bestway's burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. You know, Riandra's already started his thinking. He's got the thinking pose ready. I'm going. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wished to speak with you about. Let us be off, shall we? Wonder what he wants to learn. No, who's this? Fidgeting Loprit. Let's see. Yep, let's go talk to that Fidgeting Loprit, see what he's up to. My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone was talking about visitors come from Atheres, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Atheres refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait! You still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is. I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growingway, by the way. See you soon. Alright, let's head on over there. To the teleporter. Teleporter? So when are we gonna get a housing zone on housing zone on the moon? Let's see. Next to Aether Current is I got the 2 in the center area. There's 2 in the eastern area. But we'll worry about that once we actually head over there. Okay, where's this teleporter? Oh, there it is. Okay, Growingway. You're here! You're really here! Thank you so much, sorry, what should I call you? Brilliant Mason, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Brilliant, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready. Sure, let's head on up. Or over, wherever we're going.
Ready in the teleporter.
That's not good.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Oh no. Oh, there's Uriandre over there.
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Oh, this is convenient.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
Well, yes.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
Okay, now we're gonna figure out who they are.
See the moon for yourself. You could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
That's an understatement.
You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
The fact that Uriandre's being trusted to do this is just a reference to all the other times he's basically done this.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once
Yep.
more.
Come again?
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
I'm still telling you that their contacts are Charlian. And that's why they're preparing all this stuff. Okay, let's talk to Growing Way. I think it's a good time to take a quick break. Maybe we're gonna plan on going till like 5:15, maybe 5:30. But let's talk to Growing Way first. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed off for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Ah, a shame you couldn't see it though. You really would have liked it. Oh, I'm sure I would have, but it was probably a bit too big for my taste. A bit too spacious. You can now travel between the upper and lower floors of Bestway's Burrow via the teleporter. Alright. Go ahead, I'm gonna take a quick break. Go ahead and sit down next to Growing Way here. Alright. Time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. Alright. Get back to it. Talk to Growing Way and continue on. All's veil that ends veil. Growing Way is keen to put his recent mishap behind him. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed on was that the people of Aetheres wouldn't take action to save themselves unless it was far too late. And that I can 100% tell you is correct. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than wanting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept their invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Curatorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you to the east end of the borough. Follow me. Alright, and then I know that there's 2 Aether Currents over there. Let's see, and then there's probably both of these are Aether Current quests? No, I think one of these is probably the... I'll look that up later. Right now, let's head on over and continue MSQ. Okay. Okay, Growing Way? No, not Guiding Way. What Growing Way? Okay, Growing Way. Good, you're here. Though this door is... Through this door is the greatest Ends Veil. It was named as such because of its veil to end all veils. The most beautiful forest of all you've ever seen. We understand that people of Aetheres enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces, and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay, so the Aether Currents in this place are... There's one to the left of the door, and then there's one at the southeastern area. Should be one, like, literally on down over here. But let's talk to Growing Way. Oh, wait, no, Growing Way is a bit far out here. Yeah, there it is. I mean, I guess this is natural looking, but it's not greenery. I can see someone absolutely hating, someone who likes those strolls through natural spaces. It's nice, but it's not what they were going for. Also, considering how many people are in this world, I don't think we're gonna have enough space. So the next one's like right here. Or Aether Current. Yep, there it is. Now this is better. Okay, those are all the Aether Currents in these areas. Okay, Growing Way. Want to tell you about this place? It's not bad. It's just not exactly the natural spaces that they were told about. So, what do you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? I couldn't see a forest or the trees. I didn't see any... Wait, you don't mean those crystals out there are just as transcendent as burying your face into a choco's plumage and taking a good long whiff. Oh man, so I just realized something. Assuming that they're getting all their information from Charlian, it's really interesting considering if they're getting their information from Charlian, That's just what I'm speculating so far. I know I keep on saying this, and it'd be really funny if I get it wrong. But if you think about it, if you were to give somebody who knows nothing of this world the information that we have in, like, encyclopedias and stuff, what kinds of things would they create? And I think this is the kind of things that you would end up with. You'd end up with things that are like trees, but aren't trees. It's like trying to explain color to a blind person. How do you explain a color? That's slightly different. Somebody who's never seen a tree before, and you just tell them it's a tree. You walk through them in pleasant spaces. And then they create something like this. Anyway, that's my commentary. Let's do, yeah, these crystals. You mean these are trees? Right you are. Our forest is made of crystals and constructs, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see, or as far as the game can render. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we'd never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as that you'd find in a forest of Aetheres. The fountain here beside us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I mean, the thing is, all of this looks nice. It's just not. It misses the thing that a lot of people would see in the natural spaces. It doesn't have the plants and the flora and the stuff that people look for in it. And yet, it's so close. It's really interesting. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. I guess I could. And that's what I was doing on break. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight with the many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from Aetheres. Could we maybe... Okay, Growing Way. You will? Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers. Growing Way is now accompanying you. Keep him... Yeah. The usual. Oh, let's take a walk with Growing Way. I mean, like I've said multiple times, it looks nice, it just kind of misses the point. Just like pretty much all of the stuff we've been doing. Or they've been doing. I was thinking, Brilliant, that I could be more helpful if you would teach me a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hydaelyn gave us our first task, furnish the moon with a propulsion system capable of facilitating travel to other stars. A very minor task, you know. It sounds impressive, and I should suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hydaelyn shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done, 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, can you tell us about these crystals? They look a lot like the crystals we saw in Eden. What? No, I'm not sure what... It is you with crystals on Etheres, but we don't eat them. Well, what gave you the impression that we eat them? And certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium, just like in Eden. Okay. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Heidelin's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Etheres. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them. For example, put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. That makes sense. Of course, this was all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiark in check. Understandable. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was the brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt. That bizarre red satellite was sent up. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what? What are we talking about here? Okay. It's the Alligans. It's always the Alligans. With that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Etheres. The Alligans' mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiark. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. I just realized the weather here is just moon dust. I guess if there's not much ethereal or etheric energies changes, the weather's not going to change that much. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees. Oh, they got little crystals on top? Oh, okay. What are they doing? I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spears. I mean, that's what I would have guessed. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so even. So better even. A sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiating from energy is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather a close approximation to it. That's really useful. The things they come up with are really good. They just slightly miss the point. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees, of ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest is truly the greatest. It's so good, but it's so not right. There's something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Etheres. Why not go and visit Etheres yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find the people of Etheres we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. I still want to know who the people are, and I'm still going to keep on saying it's Charlian until they finally tell us. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. Wait. Oh, never mind. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like Greatest Ensvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received a grand tour? A shame we missed it. Growingway, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters to attend at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now, come along, Growingway. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? We see Urianji's conspiring with them again. Like every other expansion. They spent 12,000 years preparing this? With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. Oh, I don't doubt that we're going to start seeing signs very soon. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Forgive me, friends. Hold on. I forgot to do Urianji's voice. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you will excuse me. Well, I mean, we know Urianji is doing some more sus stuff, but, you know. Huh? What do you suppose has suddenly tickled his fancy? 'Tis clear now that the difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetheres is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Alright, let's see, that was Allsvale. Let me see where we are in MSQ. Let's see, where are we? All's veil that ends veil. Okay, yeah, we still got a good bit more to go for this section. Let's see, we did E4. We did 4 quests today, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then we'll do 4 tomorrow. Right? Yeah, okay. I'm tired, and I want to finish up right now. So, that's going to be all for today. Made some more progress, and we made the Loperts. And tomorrow, we're going to do our normal Sunday stuff with the Golden Saucer, doing Fashion Report and checking our Jumbo Cactpot to see if we got Not Last. And then we will continue on with Endwalker MSQ. Hopefully, we'll get a couple more quests done, and then get to... There's a dungeon that's going to come up, but we're not going to get there tomorrow. I want to get through the quest that is before the dungeon, and then the following week we'll be able to do the dungeon as the first part of the next stream. The stream after tomorrow. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. How do I usually wrap up stream? I'm having a big brain fart. That's going to be all for today. Hope you guys had a good time. I'm enjoying MSQ like usual. I'm glad last week we took some time off because I needed a break. But I have energy this weekend, so I'm using that energy to play some games. Next stream is going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. like usual. Hope to see you there. Until then, goodbye.